Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 6th through the 12th. We've got a full moon in Virgo happening on the 7th. We're going to check in and see how the energies are affecting the Aries collective here, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. I'd like to remind you all that this is a general reading. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. You may need a private reading. Without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what we have coming up here for the Aries collective. First card is the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, this full moon in Virgo is going to be kind of helping us realize what's working for us in our life and what isn't working for us in our life. And it's going to get us more focused here on the things that we want and how to go about making it happen practically. Now, Aries, the full moon is also a time that can really kick up our emotions or our feelings, right? That's why we see like the whole werewolf concept, or like, oh, it's a wild night out there, it's a full moon, because full moons tend to draw out our feelings and our emotions. And so the fact that you have the Knight of Pentacles coming up as your first card, I feel this is a heads up for you for this week, that the way that this full moon energy is going to be impacting you is you're going to start realizing all of the things you want to change. And I feel like because you have that go-getter Aries energy, you're going to be wanting to just like go all in and like hustle and grind and just like I'll sleep when I'm done kind of thing. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is coming up to say, Aries, do not burn yourself out. The key to your success here is not in that hustle and grind. The key in your success here is consistency. Avoid the urge to burn the candle at both ends. Take it one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. And that's how you're going to have lasting success. Otherwise, you're going to have this crash and burn cycle. Let me know in the comments if any of you have been experiencing that crash and burn cycle. This is going to bring you out of that crash and burn cycle, because you're going to be successful and you're going to have long-term, stable, consistent success because you're going into it with stable, consistent energy. And you're just one day at a time. Every day I'm doing one thing to get towards this goal. Every day I'm, setting aside this amount of time to work towards this goal. And that's it. That's all you have to do is be consistent. Keep showing up, keep committed to it, and it's going to happen without bleeding yourself dry here. The next card that's coming up here for the Aries collective is the High Priestess. Now, this also came up for Pisces. So if you have a Pisces placement, or if you're dealing with a Pisces, you may want to check out their reading here for the week ahead. But in general, this card is associated with Pisces, Pisces and Taurus. If you have Pisces or Taurus placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. This is also a card that's really connected to moon energy. So this tells me, Aries, that you guys are going to be feeling this full moon. You guys are going to be feeling it more so than maybe you typically would other full moons. There are like water signs are super sensitive to moon energy. The other signs can be, depending on their placements, depending on what's going on in their life at that time. And so otherwise you might not, feel like, oh man, this full moon cycle really kicked my butt. You might not feel that every single time, but there may be certain full moons, I really felt this one. And so with the High Priestess coming up here, Aries, you're going to really feel this one in the sense of like you're in your feelings, you're in your thoughts, I feel there's this sense of like really kind of like analyzing yourself, analyzing your life, thinking back on your experiences. I feel like a lot of you are going to be unpacking a lot of memories, releasing a lot of memories, and stepping into this High Priestess energy. High Priestess is very intuitive, and confident, right? High Priestess is not going to go outside looking for guidance or looking for answers, because she feels and she senses within what's going on. And so a lot of you are coming into that level of strong intuition, this inner knowing. And I've said this before about the high priestess in this reading, in the readings I do on YouTube. For me, it's a very special card of a really high level of healing. You're coming into a very high level of healing where your chakras are cleared and aligned and you're connected to higher self, to God, to universe. And so you're going to have this really powerful energy flowing through your body that's going to make you very irresistible. There's going to be a lot of people kind of, flocking towards you. But within these people, a lot of them are people that don't want to do their work. They don't want to do their healing. They see you as a light. You're like a candle in a dark place, and they're like these moths. They don't even know what you are, and they're just coming rushing in. So one of the things we need to learn when we're in high priestess energy is that not everybody who wants us gets to have us. Okay, so you're going to be getting a lot of attention, and with some of these people you might feel a lot of chemistry, but you need to be careful that you don't get courted by people who aren't doing their work, because you don't need to be drained like that. You don't need somebody courting you and feeding off your energy like that. So in the next week, next couple of weeks maybe, make sure you're doing regular cord cutting, especially at the end of the day, or even before you go to sleep. Like if you're outside of your home during the day, like at school or work or something, do your cord cutting when you get home. If you want to do it again before you go to bed, by all means, feel free. But practice doing daily cord cutting, because you're going to have really magnetic energy and you want to really kind of protect that precious energy. The next card that's coming up here for the Aries collective is the Seven of Wands. So this is confirming what I said. A lot of you are getting, I don't know if I want to say impatient, maybe overzealous might be a better word, in that you might be um uh, really eager, or maybe eager, like really really extremely eager might be a better way to say it. And sometimes we want to make something happen real fast. We're like, oh, I know, I'll do this, and oh, I'll do that. And like we think we're going to speed up the process, but we end up messing it up, right? How many times have you gone into a store to buy a product that you've been using for years, and it says, now new and improved formula? And you go and you try it, and you're like, oh man, they ruined it, right? So Seven of Wands for me comes up to say, you're headed in the right direction. It's not the time right now to be a maverick. It's not a time right now to do anything risky, anything like don't get too creative. Just stick to what's working. Just be consistent. That's it. That's it. Just be consistent, stick to what's working. Right now is not the time to try to change things up. It's not going to get you results any faster. In fact, it can derail you, it can throw you off. So just stay the course. Stay the course. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Five of Cups. And I feel the Five of Cups is what's going to happen if you don't heed the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. I feel like the Five of Cups is like going to happen if you're really rushing. Like you're rushing so much, you may be the one knocking over your cups because you're so frazzled. You're like pulled in so many different directions. You've got so much going on. You may be the one to knock over your own cups here. So slow down. Slow down, focus. It's all going to happen, my darlings. It's all going to happen. There's no need to freak out. There's no need to rush. Uh, you can harness this energy. You can reach these goals. You can make these changes in your life. But now is not the time to rush or panic or go into it with frantic energy. Maybe one of the things that you can do, Aries, is look at it like this. How do I want to feel when all of these things are accomplished? Because right now in my mind, I've got all of these realizations of what I'm wanting for my future and what I'm wanting for my life. How am I going to feel when these things happen? And then so try to go into what, like, the work that you're doing with that feeling and with that energy, because you're laying the foundation. If you go into it with frantic panicked energy, it's you're gonna have you're creating more of that. So go into it with the way you want to feel. I'm not stressed. I'm not rushed. Everything is good. Everything is happening. Everything is falling into place, right? I have stability in my life. I have calm in my life. I have tranquil energy in my life. I have abundance in my life. And go into it with that energy. Not the you don't in a lot of you are trying to escape the rat race, but you're going into your manifestation and you're going into your work with that same rat race energy. No more. It's time to get out of that. You might want to check out your other placements. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than your sun sign. There's a link in the description to take you to those. Also, link in the description to take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, if you'd like to schedule a private reading with me. Thanks for watching, my darlings. Take care, be well, have a fabulous week.